So how you doing, guys? So this is Dr. Specific Chiropractic. In this video, we got a couple things to talk about. The first one is the deviated septum.
Yep.
Number 2 is going to be IBS. Number 3 is going to be the TMJ, and number 4 is going to be the shoulder. So let's bring it all to the very beginning. What's going on with the deviated septum?
Deviated septum, very hard to breathe. It's always been an issue, and it's progressed over time, and they want to do deviated septum surgery. I'm trying to avoid that, so that's how I found you, and that's how I'm here. So I also use a CPAP machine. I use that regularly, and yeah, so that's my first and main issue.
Gotcha. And we already could see to the viewers, your nose is already tilted that direction. Okay. And let's see. Let's go to the next part. The IBS. What's been going on with that fellow?
IBS. Ever since I was a kid, anything I eat, always have issues with my stomach, whether it's gas, diarrhea, going to the bathroom constantly, maybe 5 times a day or more, depending on the day I'm having, and I have to eat clean. If I don't eat clean, then it's a struggle. I really have a lot of issues with onions, garlic, anything with some sort of spice. So eating bland is usually the best situation to handle it, but sometimes you want to live like everyone else, be able to indulge a little bit. So it's very tough with the IBS.
Gotcha. And next part, the TMJ.
TMJ, my jaw always shifting. I have an underbite. They recommend that I do surgery for it, and I'm trying to avoid that whole situation just because that's a pretty major surgery, and I would like to get the jaw back into alignment.
Gotcha. Fill us in what's going on with the shoulder.
Shoulder, whether that's from whatever issue that is, but definitely a lot of tightness and strain within the shoulders and leading up into the neck.
Got it. All right. So the first thing you're talking about is deviated septum.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see this, it's bowing to the right? And in addition to, I'm also seeing your maxillary sinuses, okay? There's quite a bit of debris in there, this is too cloudy, right? So I won't be surprised when we examine it on you, there's going to be very filled with a lot of good old gunk in there, all right? Now, the TMJ, since we're right at it, okay, what I want to see is symmetrical. See, this is normal alignment. See this one over here? It's too tall. So that tells me your right jaw over here, it went like that. And it also tilted away from the center line. We need to bring it up this way. So we're also going to take a look what's going on that TMJ over there. And then when we trace down even more, when we're talking about, you're also using a CPAP machine.
Mm-hmm.
So when I start hearing about CPAP machine, that means you don't have a proper foundation for your neck. So when we take a look at your neck alignment, normal alignment, it should be like this. Curve should be going this direction. Yours went complete opposite direction. Why does it do that? As a final defense mechanism, if your body is all twisted up like this, okay, what we don't want is like our head just like this, so much goes 360 degrees. You can't do that. We have 2 gyroscopes, okay, we have our eyes and our cerebellum. Even though the body is twisted like this way and kind of twisted like crazy, it said try to turn the head like this way, but it can't. So it's your brain and your body trying to force your neck twist opposite direction to counteract all the twisting going in the rest of your spine. So therefore, we see this huge kink right over here, and it's a very swollen disc right at that second dorsal vertebrae right there, okay? You see that nice little circle-shaped bubble?
Yep.
Okay, so that's what we got over here. So this is a usually common area. If we could restore the normal alignment and provide foundation support to the neck, that should help with the sleep apnea / minimize the CPAP machine usage itself, okay? Then we start looking at what's going on in the rest of your mid-back over here. It's straight as a rod. Okay, this thing is so straight, it's almost like a flagpole. And then we keep on looking even further down here, it's also straight over here, which is not a good sign either. And then we have a steep J-shaped spine over here. And then we have a decently alignment for the sacrum itself. So when we keep on tracing down to the foundation, I want to see this foundation in roughly a 45-degree angle. It's slightly backwards, right? But when we take a look on the forward view over here, your right side pelvis is sinking down on the right hand side. This line shows that it went over to the right, and this is taller versus this over here. So biomechanically, in a 3D position, what it tells me what your head did was it went backwards like this, went this way, and went this way. So you told me, you know I'm gonna walk like this way? I don't think so, right? So the head, it wants to be centered, okay? And it has to be leveled as well. So how can it start doing that? Well, your body starts kind of twisting. For this one over here, it's just these two bones follow along for the ride, but these over here went complete opposite direction, which is unusual. As in other words, these two over here, it went like this way, following along what happened with the head. But right here, number 3, it immediately start kind of rotating opposite direction. So whenever I see that kind of pattern, that means you have multiple compensations. Because we usually have one major twist like here, and that occurs here. But this thing's been stuck there for such a long time, it started locking up. And it becomes a new anchor point from here, twist this way. That's why this one over here got irritated, that locks in. And then now we have another mid one kind of twist over there, and that's what happened here, right? So we got multiple compensations that's been going on biomechanically. Not just this part, same story what's happened above, where this started locking up, this started locking up, that started locking up, right? So yeah, there's a lot to untwist in the spine, right? So now, when we start talking about this area over here, this right hip, that's why I want to take a closer look on your examination. What's going on with this right hip? See what we can do about that. But these two over here, I also want to take a closer look as well because, well, the concern is this. See, there's supposed to be a tunnel where our nerves come out of. Now, this is a model of the lumbar spine. We don't need a microscope. These nerves are this big. Why? Because it needs to run your legs, the knees, the toes, but also these nerves also runs our organs such as our large intestines, the prostate, the bladder, the whole entire 9 yards. It needs to run all that stuff. But as you see, it comes out of this tunnel. If the tunnel itself starts collapsing due to a misaligned vertebrae like this, see what happens here? The nerve starts to become irritated, and then just like a traffic jam, we start to have less traffic flow going to all these tissues and all these organs. They don't work as well as they should. So constipation, I wouldn't be surprised about that. Or any other problems, okay, that you also talked about in consultation, that we'll keep that private. That's also part of the reason why you've been having that issue as well, okay? And that's why you needed that, that little extra help with that, all right? So therefore, we see over here, see this tunnel, it's getting smaller, getting really small, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's the reason why we want to get that nerve freed that up. So I'm going to take a look at that fellow. Now it gets down to the IBS part. Biomechanically, I want to see the way your spine curving. It should curve like that. Okay? I want to see a curve here and then start a natural curve this way, but no, it went immediately straight over here. So usually IBS cases, I usually want to take a look what's going on in this region over here because these nerves deals with the small intestines, whereas these areas over here deals with the large intestines. As we touched base before, if there's a problem around that area of the spine involves nerve function to the small intestines. So why is that crucial? Because in the small intestines, they have these villi, okay? As in other words, that's where these food particles, they gotta go inside over here, and there's these gates, okay? These gates are programmed to say, it says, what particle can I accept into the body and which ones we have to reject? As in other words, it's not safe to enter in the body, we're gonna keep the gates closed and let it flush out. However, there's some kind of misinformation going on in your body that says, hey guys, even though this needs to be normal, keep them out. Block all this stuff out, and the defense mechanism, diarrhea. Okay? So therefore, all that stuff, just keep sucking right through the small intestines and then purge it right out because it thinks, you could sort of think of like an autoimmune problem. It thinks the normal food is poisonous. So there's no choice but eject it out.
Got it.
So we gotta clear out this signal over here. It's no different like ordering takeout food where it says, hey, can I have an order to my apartment B4? What'd you say, B4 or D4?
Yeah.
It sounds very similar, but because of that miscommunication, your body is rejecting all these normal foods and dumping it straight out. So therefore, we're gonna clear that nerve interference, get that out of the way, reestablish communication back onto that. Now, what I also see over here is that I want to see this nice symmetrical curvature going on over here. But for number 5, that fifth dorsal vertebrae, it went like that one, very inferior words. And it's also, you see here, it's tilting this direction from straight line, boom, right there. Now, it's a little hard to see, but also it's wider gap here and narrow on here. So it's really tilting like this way. So therefore, okay, this area over here biomechanically is involved with your shoulders itself. So that's why you may experience, what's going on with the shoulder itself? That's why. So therefore, everything leading up to the very top, okay, we have to deal with what's going on over here. We're gonna double check an examination, what's going on here, this fifth lumbar, fourth lumbar, 11th dorsal, the fifth dorsal, second dorsal over here. I also want to take a look at what's going on 6th and 5th cervical over here, to finally take the rotation out of this left anterior atlas over here. Because since that bone over here, the very first vertebrae, tilt your head over here, well, you're not going to walk this way either, okay? So therefore the jaw and your head, everything else, is twisted that direction. And that's why we see everything else twisted in this direction as well, right? So the name of the game is just to untwist this fellow over here, to help calm down this TMJ, starts at the foundation. And this is what started the whole entire domino effect from the ground upwards. The very first step what we're going to do is we're going to start with inspection. We're going to do it with visualization because I want to see where are all the swelling and your muscle spasms. Right? So in your neck over here, it's much more swollen on the left-hand side versus the right. And you do have a lot of muscle tightness on both sides of your shoulders. They're trying to stabilize biomechanically something here. See, this is all puppy here. Okay? It's not fat. This is all fluid in here. It's bouncing like a waterbed over here. So again, this is alludes to that second dorsal we identified on the X-ray. We'll confirm later on. Okay? That this is a potential problem. We're going to take a closer look at. And biomechanically, it also deals with your shoulders as well and your SC joints and AC joints. Okay, tracing down over here. See, my finger just sticks right here. There's a pitting edema right at that level over here, and that's the fifth dorsal right there. So you got something also here. It sinks down right here, and it looks like it's at 11 as well. 11. There it is. Okay, and you also, again, there's some bands over here. You got like 2 speed bumps over here. One at the 4 and then one at the 5. Tender right here?
No.
Not too bad, huh? But swollen over here. How's that feel right there?
Yeah, once you start getting into there, like a little bit lower.
Yeah.
And that right there too. When you're...
But see, this is where that EX misalignment comes in. It opens up the joint over here, and that's why this area is swollen here. This was also not too crazy either. So now we're just checking how everything is moving. Left hip is moving decently. Left sacrum, a little bit stuck. The right EX, it's not moving too well. Right there. Not too bad on the PI, but this EX is stuck. How's that feel right there?
I'm alright right there.
Huh?
It's alright.
Really? What about we lift it from the down low?
Yeah, that's a little bit sore. Right?
See, there's that inferiority of that fifth lumbar vertebrae. How's that feel right there?
Yeah, that's a little tender too.
Yeah, see, you're both crummy, but the 5 is just more in trouble. So what I figure is this: after we address the PI-EX misalignment, what that does biomechanically is that it causes the sacrum over here to tilt backwards, and it'll take some of that misalignment out of the fifth lumbar, but because it's so inferior, as we saw earlier in the X-ray, I don't believe it's going to address it enough, and we have to address that fifth lumbar after we adjust this right hip over here. How's that feel right there?
I'm okay with that.
You sure about that? Right there?
Yeah.
See, there's this little dorsal. It's just crummy. It's just not great.
I think I've gotten so used to it too.
See, here's another one. Here's that fifth dorsal right here. Yeah, this is not great right there. Okay. Yeah, second dorsal is not too fun either. How's that fella right there?
Extremely tender.
Yeah, that's number 6 right there. 6 cervical. See, the atlas is compensating. You have a very slight fixation, but it's not too bad. So that tells me that as we steadily unravel your entire spine, the fixation and the nerve pressure around your atlas should start to subside. And that should help calm down your TMJ. So now, the reason why we're going to adjust that right hip of yours on the high-low table and not like my usual way is because the way your spine is already twisted. The bottom part here is twisted this direction and this top part is twisted this direction. So if we adjust that doing the Gonstead pull maneuver, yes, it's going to help center this, but what happens to the above it? It's going to rotate even further to the left. Your 11th dorsal is right there, and that's also going to make it even more to the left, going to aggravate that IBS even more. I don't think you're going to like that. So therefore, by doing it in a prone position, it's going to help center a little bit, but it's not going to distort the upper lumbars too much because you got a little more support there. So that's what the strategy is going to be for this fellow over here. Let it drop. How's that fella?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring you up.
Never felt that before. That's good. That's much better.
What's much better?
It feels loose. It feels like where it should be. You know.
Okay.
It's almost like no pressure. There's like it feels like a relief of pressure.
All right.
I felt that one. Woo!
Oh, that's a tough one. Relax. Relax shoulders. Let it drop. Breathe. Walk around.
My muscles were fighting that one so hard, you know, because I couldn't loosen up, but that feels unbelievable. I don't think I've ever felt anything like that. That was crazy.
Tell me, what else do you notice that's different right now?
It's just I almost feel brand new. Almost like I just got put into a different body. It just feels different. I can't explain it.
How's the belly feeling right now?
Everything's feeling like kind of euphoric right now. It's just a very different feeling. So.
Gotcha. Before you were mentioning like, you feel like you definitely got abs in there, but also feel like it's
I got a nice layer of fat, but I know like my stomach sticks out and protrudes quite a bit, and I have a feeling that's because of the bloating and
But how does that feel right now?
I feel like relief. I feel total relief right now, which is great. I feel euphoric, my body.
What about the pressure in your belly?
Definitely reduced. Definitely reduced right now.
Right there. Come on up.
We're just working our way up now. It's unbelievable.
Test the shoulders.
I can feel it. It just feels like just a weight's been lifted. Let's keep going.
Check your TMJ. How's the TMJ feeling?
Still shifting,
Okay, but compared to before?
I feel straighter in a sense where it's it usually hooks quite a bit, so.
But not as much.
Yeah, not as much for sure.
Not as much before. We're steadily recentering your atlas and taking the twist out of your neck and head. And that's why your TMJ is not going over as
Yeah.
much. Right?
This is unbelievable. I feel new again. This is great.
That's what chiropractic is all about, man. All we do is just restore nerve function, and your body just works by itself.
I never had adjustments like that ever, and I usually go to chiropractic, regularly. Nothing like that. Never felt anything like that. All 3 adjustments you just did right there.
Also, bear in mind, you don't have a simple case. This is a
Yeah.
very complex, in terms of biomechanics. This, like I said, it's not straightforward.
Yeah.
So I can understand why everyone else is struggling with this one over here. Ooh, Nelly, this is really swollen. All right, let's get it in there. Right there, and there's that fella. There's that fella. Yeah, moved a mile.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That one, I felt it, a very sharp pain in there, and it felt like just the muscles I've been working the muscles for so long that I feel like I've just, that was a lot of work to get that out,
Yeah, like I said, it's really twisted like a twist of candy in there. That is one tough twist.
Yeah.
How's the shoulders now?
I feel nice and loose.
Alright.
I feel like a new man right now, so let's keep going.
Try out how's the sinuses at TMJ right now. Oh no, we definitely gotta get that sinuses there.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Block off your right nostril. Breathe deep. Okay. Left one. Which one you have the most trouble with?
I think it's this one right here. This one I feel like it's very blocked because when I go to look in the mirror and I do one of those, it seems like this one is the only one that's like, functioning.
All right, let's do it. Okay, first things first. See, it's not moving this way at all. So we're gonna set this a little more. So your nasal bone itself is also misaligned. We're gonna set this a little more. Holy cow. It's really, there's a piece. Good. Both maxillary sinuses, frontal sinus, this one too. Oh, Nelly, look at that sphenoid. Sphenoid sinus is stuck. There you go, now it's moving. Okay, come on up. Go ahead. Blow the noses out.
It's much more intense in person than on video.
So
I've watched you do it so many times. I'm like, I can't hurt that bad. Man.
Whew.
I really feel it like up in here and under here. It's what I needed. So.
Go ahead, block each nostril. Okay. Okay. Tell us, what's different in there, really?
I feel like a relief of pressure, especially everything around my eyes and the forehead. And I'm looking forward to kind of seeing how the next couple of days go.
Good. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Open. Close. Okay, not too bad. Open. Close. Okay. Get a little more helping hand. Open. Close. Open. No, too fast. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Okay. Good. You got to clear that out. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Okay, stand up for me, please. Open. Close. Oh yeah. Open. Close. No, too fast. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Close. Okay. Okay. All right. Give the TMJ a try.
No. Oh. Oh, Dr. Sue, that's crazy. That's insane. That is like 90% better. That is unbelievable. Woo.
Well, I'm glad you like it,
Yeah.
Bob. Okay, keep this in mind though, okay?
Yeah.
Because that's why we have to go real hardcore on your TMJ.
Yeah.
Because you grinded the grooves off the track. Okay, your jaw itself, the mandible, jumped the track and it grinded the grooves out of alignment that way. Okay, it's going to take a couple months for your body to regrow those grooves back in place.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I recommend for you to take quite a bit of collagen and vitamin C, help accelerate that process.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what the story's all going to be over, brother. All right,
It's
so
intense.
you got it. So on the next following visit, let us know how the deviated septum, but more importantly, how your IBS is doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Got it.
Okay, that's it for today's visit.
Thank you.
Oh, you're
Appreciate
very
it.
welcome. Hey, no problem.